Have you ever felt your energy and happiness drained by negative situations, toxic relationships, or constant pressure from work and life? There are moments when it seems there's no escape, when walking away feels almost impossible. Yet the Stoic philosophy taught by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus reminds us that knowing when to walk away is not a sign of weakness, but a profound act of inner strength, one that protects your peace, honors your self-worth, and cultivates emotional wisdom. These principles help you transform conflict, tension, and negativity into opportunities for growth, allowing you to stay calm and in control of your own experience. Instead of being driven by the actions or words of others, you learn to focus on what you can control: your reactions, behaviors, emotions, and choices. In this video, you'll discover 13 powerful lessons on the art of walking away, guided by Stoic philosophy to help you preserve your energy, protect your dignity, and strengthen your self-mastery. Each lesson offers a practical tool, from managing your energy and setting boundaries to finding inner peace, stepping beyond your comfort zone, understanding others, asserting yourself, protecting your inner space, sharpening intuition, letting go of negativity, practicing forgiveness, turning conflict into growth, and honoring yourself. The first lesson is choosing where to spend your energy. In life, your time and energy are precious resources, but not everything deserves your attention or investment. Stoicism teaches that choosing where to direct your energy is essential to protecting your inner peace, maintaining balance, and avoiding unnecessary mental drain. Negative relationships, stressful work that leads nowhere, or meaningless arguments only deplete your valuable energy while adding tension and exhaustion. The ability to choose where to spend your energy requires clear judgment and awareness of what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that wasting energy on things unworthy of your attention is a greater failure than losing itself. When you step away from what drains you, you not only protect your inner peace, but also preserve your focus for what truly nourishes your spirit and brings lasting value. Choosing where to spend your energy also strengthens emotional intelligence and self-control. When faced with stressful situations, knowing what deserves your attention and what should be ignored helps you avoid impulsive reactions, maintain clarity, and stay in control of your behavior. Stoicism reminds us that mental energy is a precious resource, and how you manage it determines your inner strength and stability in life. The next lesson is setting boundaries. Protecting your personal space and energy is essential for maintaining self-control and inner peace. Stoicism teaches that boundaries help you recognize what to accept and what to decline, allowing you to avoid draining situations or unnecessary conflicts. When you clearly define your limits, you not only preserve your dignity, but also protect your mental strength, preparing yourself to handle difficult situations with greater composure and clarity. Setting boundaries requires self-awareness and firmness. When you understand your own values, needs, and limits, you can communicate calmly yet confidently. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that self-control is the ability to govern your reactions and protect yourself from negative behavior without confrontation or anger. Clear boundaries are a reflection of inner strength and emotional mastery. Boundaries also help you distinguish between what is within your control and what is not. You cannot change another person's behavior or attitude, but you can fully control your reactions, emotions, and decisions. This awareness saves mental energy, prevents frustration, maintains calmness, and strengthens emotional intelligence. When you stand firm in your boundaries, you not only protect yourself, but also learn to interact with others in a wiser and more effective way. Setting boundaries not only protects your energy, but also serves as a tool to strengthen your inner resilience and stoic character. When you maintain distance from negative influences, you learn to regulate your emotions, cultivate wisdom, and focus on what truly matters. Stoicism emphasizes that clear boundaries are not about cutting people off or avoiding challenges. They're about living intentionally, preserving inner peace, and creating the conditions for healthy, lasting relationships to grow. Lesson 3: Finding inner peace. In any conflict or uncomfortable situation, inner peace is the foundation for wise action. Stoicism teaches that seeking peace is not about avoidance or indifference. It's about mastering your emotions and developing self-awareness. When your mind is steady, the negative behavior of others cannot disturb your balance or make you lose your dignity. The ability to maintain inner peace requires focusing on what is within your control. Marcus Aurelius once reminded us that people are not disturbed by events themselves, but by the way they perceive them. When you realize that your reactions, emotions, and actions are the only things you can truly control, you begin to ease tension, remain calm, and withdraw your energy from unnecessary negativity. Inner peace also enhances awareness and emotional intelligence. When facing conflict, you're able to observe the entire situation, recognize its causes and behavioral patterns without being swept away by impulsive emotions. Stoicism teaches that this mental distance allows you to respond with reason, preserve your dignity, and make wise decisions, instead of letting emotions dictate your actions. Moreover, cultivating inner peace opens the path to lasting inner strength. When you learn to stay calm, focus your energy on what truly matters, and detach from negativity, you not only preserve your energy but also strengthen your intellect and character. Stoicism emphasizes that true power doesn't come from changing others, but from mastering your own mind and emotions, turning every challenge and conflict into an opportunity for learning, growth, and enduring peace. Lesson 4. Stepping outside your comfort zone. People often find safety in routine and familiarity, but Stoicism teaches that true growth only happens when you step beyond your comfort zone. Challenges and new experiences not only test your endurance, but also offer opportunities to strengthen your inner resilience, emotional intelligence, and self-mastery. Stepping outside your comfort zone requires courage and self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius and Seneca emphasized that new experiences, even those that feel uncomfortable or inconvenient, carry immense value in shaping one's character. When you challenge yourself in unfamiliar environments, you learn to adapt, build patience, and develop the ability to solve problems more effectively. This process also helps you recognize the true value of every opportunity. When you dare to face challenges, you develop the ability to distinguish between meaningful risks and unnecessary fears. Confronting the unfamiliar allows you to better understand your own abilities, revealing both your limits and your potential. And from that awareness, you build genuine confidence and lasting inner strength. Stepping outside your comfort zone is not just a personal experience. It's a way to cultivate lasting character and wisdom. When you learn to embrace challenges, adapt to the unknown, and stay committed to your goals, you strengthen your self-control, enhance emotional intelligence, and embody Stoic virtues. True strength doesn't come from temporary safety, but from the ability to face difficulty, learn from experience, and grow with every step beyond the familiar. Lesson 5. Understanding others with empathy. In any conflict, the ability to put yourself in another person's position helps you understand the reasons behind their behavior and reduces inner tension. Stoicism teaches that empathy doesn't mean agreeing with or accepting negative actions. It's about rational awareness and observation of others' emotions, needs, and motivations. When you view a situation through their perspective, you open the door to responding wisely instead of being ruled by emotion. The ability to empathize requires focus and careful observation. Marcus Aurelius and Seneca emphasized that every action stems from fear, insecurity, or unmet needs. When you recognize this, you not only understand the root of negative behavior, but also gain better control over your own reactions, reducing the risk of impulsive responses while maintaining calmness and dignity. Empathy is also a tool for building bridges and cooperation. When you understand another person's needs, values, and emotions, you can guide the conversation toward solutions, reducing confrontation and increasing the likelihood of lasting outcomes. Stoicism teaches that respecting the inner reality of others enhances your ability to persuade, builds trust, and strengthens relationships even when both sides don't fully agree. Anyone can build inner strength sounds inspiring until biology, trauma, and poverty walk in. Habits help, sure, but pretending grit alone beats structural reality is just polished victim blaming. Where's the line between self-mastery and ignoring material constraints? Self-affirmation is also a lesson in understanding that walking away can be the greatest strength. Your worth doesn't depend on external validation. It lies in how you see and define yourself. Affirming your own value helps preserve inner strength and reduces the impact of criticism or negative judgment from others. When you know your worth, you're no longer swayed by negativity or unnecessary social pressure. Self-affirmation requires focusing on inner strength and self-awareness. Epictetus once said that people are not disturbed by events themselves, but by the way they imagine and interpret them. When you rely on your inner values and perception to define your worth, you strengthen your self-control, build mental resilience, and remain calm in the face of criticism or external pressure. The ability to affirm yourself also helps shape an attitude grounded in reason and meaningful action. When self-respect is nurtured from inner strength rather than social approval, every decision and behavior becomes guided by logic and virtue. Living according to your inner values allows you to remain proactive, calm, and consistent, unaffected by praise or recognition from others. Lesson 7. Protecting your inner space. From a Stoic perspective, your inner world is a fortress that must be guarded against the negative influences of the outside environment. A mind constantly disturbed by toxic people, stress, or ongoing pressure cannot make wise decisions. Protecting your inner space means taking control of your mental environment and preserving your inner peace. Looking deeper, protecting your inner space isn't just about avoiding negative people. It's about building a mental defense system. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that calmness doesn't depend on the outside world, but on your ability to control your own reactions. When you set boundaries, focus on what truly matters, and limit exposure to distractions, you preserve the clarity and composure needed to handle situations wisely. In addition, protecting your inner space helps you optimize your mental energy. By removing negative influences, you can redirect your time and effort toward developing character, wisdom, and Stoic virtues. This creates a positive feedback loop. The more you protect your inner world, the better you control your emotions. And the better you control your emotions, the stronger and more resilient you become in the face of challenges. The final and most important point is to see protecting your inner space as a long-term growth strategy. Your inner world doesn't exist only in moments of silence. It forms the foundation for every action, decision, and relationship. True strength doesn't come from changing the external world, but from managing yourself, preserving your dignity, and cultivating emotional intelligence in every circumstance. Protecting your inner space is the first step toward building inner strength, self-mastery, and the calmness to overcome any challenge. Lesson 8. Mastering your inner world. Each of us lives in a sea of events and external influences, but Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in mastering the flow of your inner world. When faced with stress, negativity, or unexpected situations, your ability to control your reactions and emotions determines your peace and dignity. A stable inner world allows you to think clearly and make wise choices, no matter how chaotic the outside world becomes. From an analytical perspective, mastering your inner world requires awareness of what lies within your control and what does not. Epictetus emphasized that we are responsible only for our own actions, thoughts, and emotions, while external forces remain beyond our command. When you clearly understand this boundary, you learn to invest your energy in what truly matters, withdraw from negative influences, and prevent others from controlling your state of mind. Moreover, mastering your inner world helps you develop emotional intelligence and strategic decision-making. When you remain calm, you can analyze situations objectively, recognize behavioral patterns, and assess risks and benefits before reacting. Stoicism emphasizes that this mental distance is what allows you to transform conflict and pressure into opportunities for intellectual and moral growth. Mastering your inner world not only protects your peace, but also serves as the foundation for lasting strength. Stoicism teaches that the ability to govern your inner self is a vital tool for cultivating self-discipline, character, and emotional intelligence, leading to a life of calm, stability, and fulfillment. Lesson 9. Self-respect. Every person possesses inherent value and the right to define how they are treated. Respecting yourself means recognizing your limits, protecting your energy, and making decisions aligned with your core values. When you act according to your own principles, you no longer depend on the approval or opinions of others, allowing you to remain calm and self-disciplined in any situation. Self-respect includes setting clear boundaries in relationships and interactions. When you know what is acceptable and what is not, you create a safe space for yourself, while sending a message of dignity and self-control. This not only reduces unnecessary conflict and improves communication, but also strengthens your mental energy and stability. The ability to respect yourself also allows you to shape your behavior and decisions based on reason rather than fleeting emotions or external pressure. Every action taken with self-respect helps you maintain dignity, strengthen emotional intelligence, and build inner resilience. When you remain consistent with your values and principles, each decision becomes strategic and sustainable, unaffected by negativity or distraction. When you maintain self-control and prioritize yourself in a healthy way, you not only enhance your quality of life, but also become an example for those around you. The ability to protect your inner values and dignity allows you to step away from toxic situations, focus your energy on what truly matters, and move toward a life that is grounded, meaningful, and whole. Another lesson in understanding that walking away is your greatest strength is letting go of negativity. Every negative emotion, relationship, or habit is like a weight that slows your growth. Letting go of these burdens not only frees your energy, but also creates space for growth and new opportunities. When you release what drains your spirit, you can focus on goals and relationships that bring genuine meaning and value to your life. Letting go requires self-awareness and reflection. Examine each habit, relationship, or emotion and ask yourself, does it support your growth and happiness, or does it only create tension and drain your energy? Once you clearly identify what needs to be released, you can consciously withdraw from negative influences, preserving your inner peace and maintaining control over your reactions. This process also strengthens self-control and emotional intelligence. When you stop clinging to what disturbs your peace, you learn to manage your emotions, maintain clarity, and make wiser decisions. Letting go of negativity doesn't mean giving up or becoming indifferent. It is a strategic act to protect your dignity and energy, allowing you to face greater challenges with calm and effectiveness. Letting go of negativity is the foundation for building a balanced and fulfilling life. When you learn to release what no longer serves you, you not only reduce stress but also create space for personal growth, inner strength, and wisdom. This ability allows you to step away from toxic situations, protect your energy, and focus on what truly matters, helping you live intentionally, calmly, and in lasting harmony across all aspects of life. Lesson 11, protecting your inner space. Your inner space is where peace, focus, and rational response are cultivated. Protecting this space means actively managing external influences, from negative relationships to work pressure or unnecessary stress. When your inner space is well guarded, you maintain the ability to make wise decisions and respond with reason instead of being driven by emotion. Building inner space requires self-awareness and intentional choice. Identify the factors that drain your energy, the situations that create stress, or the relationships that add no real value. When you recognize and limit your interaction with these elements, you preserve your focus, remain calm, and avoid being pulled into cycles of negativity. Protecting your inner space also helps cultivate emotional intelligence and long-term self-control. When you maintain distance from negative influences, you learn to observe without reacting impulsively, recognize behavioral patterns, and choose responses wisely. This strengthens your problem-solving skills, preserves your dignity, and enhances your effectiveness in every social interaction. Maintaining your inner space is the foundation for developing mental strength and personal character. This ability allows you to preserve lasting peace, take control of your life, and face any challenge without being influenced by negative forces from the outside. Lesson 12, mastering your inner world. Life is full of things beyond your control, from other people's behavior to unexpected events. The ability to master your inner world is the foundation for maintaining peace and making sound decisions. When you control your thoughts, emotions, and reactions, you are no longer ruled by external forces, but can instead steer your life according to your own goals and values. The ability to control your inner world also brings self-mastery in action. When you understand the limits of your control, you can choose rational responses and avoid being pulled into drama or negative emotions. This, in turn, helps you maintain clarity, make strategic decisions, and act with calm composure in the face of any challenge. Mastering your inner world is the key to building lasting Stoic strength and character. It not only helps you protect your mental energy, but also teaches you when to step back, focus on what truly matters, and cultivate personal growth. This ability enables you to handle any situation effectively, maintain inner peace, and steer your life with greater self-mastery, stability, and fulfillment. The final lesson is self-respect. Life is like a tapestry woven from our experiences, relationships, and decisions. Some threads bring joy and positive energy, while others create fatigue or pain. Self-respect is the ability to recognize these elements, to step away from what diminishes your value or drains your energy, and to focus instead on what nourishes your mind and spirit. Self-respect includes setting boundaries and knowing how to say no wisely. When you clearly define what aligns with your values and personal goals, you avoid being drawn into negative situations or toxic relationships. This action not only protects your mental energy, but also sends a powerful message of dignity and self-control, allowing you to maintain autonomy over your life. The ability to respect yourself is deeply connected to self-love and inner strength. By rejecting negative influences and focusing on what truly adds value to your life, you cultivate resilience, strengthen your character, and deepen your sense of inner peace. This is the true expression of self-love and self-respect. It allows you to take active control of your life and energy. Such decisions not only help you protect your dignity and inner strength, but also enable you to live fully aligned with your core values, foster personal growth, and achieve lasting inner peace. After exploring the 13 lessons on the power of walking away, it becomes clear that walking away is not an act of surrender or weakness. It is a reflection of inner strength, self-respect, and emotional intelligence. From choosing where to invest your energy, setting boundaries, and finding inner peace, to stepping outside your comfort zone, understanding others, affirming yourself, mastering your inner world, letting go of negativity, and respecting yourself. Each lesson is designed to help you preserve peace, uphold dignity, and cultivate personal growth. Knowing when to walk away allows you to protect your energy, reduce stress, and focus on what truly matters. It creates space for personal growth, nurtures emotional intelligence, and enhances your ability to make wise decisions and handle challenges effectively. When you learn to recognize the right moment to step back, you not only strengthen your self-mastery, but also open the door to positive opportunities, healthier relationships, and a more fulfilling life experience. The key is to view walking away as a proactive life strategy. Each decision to step back carries a lesson in boundaries, self-respect, and personal energy. By practicing these 13 lessons consistently, you not only gain control over your reactions and emotions, but also sharpen your ability to analyze, evaluate, and resolve conflicts calmly, intelligently, and strategically. This is the true power of Stoic philosophy in modern life. If you found these lessons helpful, make sure to hit like to support the video, comment below to share your own experiences with knowing when to walk away, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to receive more videos that help you strengthen your inner power, wisdom, and Stoic character.